First things first, released earlier today and already reviewed over 10,000 times on Steam alone. Tekken 8 officially launched this morning, offering, we believe, the most graphically advanced fighting game we've ever come across on any platform, anytime in the gaming industry. A very fluid gameplay and a huge roster to choose from, although you might want to avoid multiplayer for a day or two until the servers are less flooded with players. Anyway, game's divine looks 10 out of 10. There's just one problem: the game will cost you about $1,000. Now, single-handedly, the longest awaited fighting game in the list, one-hit kill gem most of you already has on this thing's demo, I believe. Die by the Blade just got itself a new update, suggesting it's coming out next month, if not a month later. The game's a one-on-one skill-based fighting game that was first released almost 3 years ago. The early access was then removed as a mainly one-hit kill single player and a multiplayer, which is also set in a samurai punk style, and a history-accurate aesthetic too. Here's the trailer. The game's actually got a story-driven campaign.
Everyone here's on peace. Mariana Trench is deep.
Been in development for over 2 years now, coming out of a Kickstarter, number 3. We've got here something called Shattered. As you can see, it's a pixel art developer's word, a revival of 90s fighting games set in a science fiction fantasy world inspired by European comics, or technically speaking, the Street Fighter games. It's a simple one-on-one fighting game here with the old 4-button controls. It's coming to PCs, we hear, by the end of the year. Coming from the makers of Synth Riders, the rhythm game. At number 4, we've got actually a VR fighting game. Quick mention over here, something I believe never put to the test before because it almost makes no sense, but we'll see, I guess. We've got here Final Fury. It's a science fiction or a cyberpunk style fighting game where you have to fight the galaxy's most formidable warriors. The game will be coming over to PC VR and MetaQuest, we believe, by the end of this year, and will support co-op play whenever it does come out. Rivals 2 might just be in the list the most hyped lately fighting game following a 3-year-old development and now coming out of a Kickstarter campaign. Here's a trailer, a new one. The sequel here will offer both new and returning elemental fighters and many new additions. Believe it or not, Rivals 2 has reached over 5 times its initial goal and just reached over $1 million of fund on the Kickstarter. previously teased as Budokai Tenkaichi at number 6. We've got over here with a proper title now, Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, which, if you know, has been in almost 15 years since the previous iteration of Budokai Tenkaichi games. In any case, Bandai promised to deliver an evolved Dragon Ball Z experience, well, first of all, using Unreal Engine 5, and despite the name Zero, it will not be a prequel, but a start for both newcomers and the fans. Umbral Core, however, if you miss out on, is a 2.5-dimensional fighting game set in a world inspired by the Dark Souls and Castlevania. It promises rollback netcode, uncapped FPS, engaging combat mechanics for players across all skill levels, and lots of customization options. Here's a trailer. This game is coming to PC exclusively sometime later this year.
Sorry, but I didn't come here to lose.
Revealed earlier today with another trailer, Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash is coming to the Nintendo Switch, other platforms, PCs as well, finally on February 2nd. It's basically a 2-on-2 fighting game based on the Jujutsu Kaisen anime and manga series, with a selection of more than 15 favorable fighters to choose from and featuring intense action and explosive animations. Developers promise on top of a story mode. Take a look.
Crumble! This'll finish it!
What's wrong? Feeling chicken shit? If you're gonna run, now's the time. Don't just stare at me, you creep. Resonance! Running won't help. Yeah! Straw doll technique. Hairpin.
Sure, we can fight if you want. I'll win, though. I'm way too strong for this. Well now, how many before you crumble? I'll hold back a bit. Yeah. This is my cursed energy. I'll end this thing with a bang. Hollow. Purple.
Moving on to number 9, we have here the old Bavarian, which is possibly what you get by mixing Guilty Gears a bit and Skullgirls and then the old idol RPGs. I mean, I don't even know. It's clearly inspired by the 90s old animes, and you get to choose and play as barbarians, orcs, and whatever these cat-looking whatevers are. Here's a trailer though. The game is said to be very skill-based. You could probably tell coming out of PCs only sometime later this year.
So we're building a game where you can play with your friends as well as against them.
Riot Games promised another update for their League of Legends fighting game, Project L. They said the game is eventually releasing mid to late 2024, worst case scenario actually by the end of the year. Project L will support 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, and even 2 versus 1 fights across different modes to play, a campaign, and a lot of multiplayer. Check it out, we actually got some developers diary update lately.
There is a lot to discover, but you can always change your fuse for the next match to find out what feels right. We're really excited for all the possibilities here and can't wait to see what you come up with. Team play is at the heart of Project L's design and the foundation of the game overall. We know it's a difficult design challenge to get right, but we spent a lot of time figuring out how to make duo play something truly unique and special for you all to enjoy and master.
Considering we don't know a ton about this one, Corrupt has been one of the most anticipated fighting games on the horizon for months, if not years. It's an Unreal Engine 5 project which will be free to play upon release. Of course, it doesn't have a release window nor a date, other than very soon, and over on Steam. Just in case you missed out on it as well, we just got a new trailer for it too. half a year ago, EA Games revealed another entry in the old EA Sports UFC games. In case you were following, the game was supposed to be coming out October 2023 on PCs as well when it came out on the new consoles, but then that date was pushed into an uncertain window in 2024. The game is already out on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and features a real impact system, some new submission system, new strikes and hit reaction animations, and a lot more. Check it out, we actually got a new trailer for it too. And last but not least, Available since last week wanted to give this gem a honorable mention so bad I couldn't wait. First Scott, first work of his developers over here is a martial arts style hack and slash side scroll. It's not a fighting game mainly, that's centered in 1 or 2 versus 2 fights. It's an action fighting game with possibly the finest atmospheres this specific subgenre has ever witnessed. Hidden gem over here. It's a $9 piece of PC game coming to other consoles as well sometime soon.